Hi, how do you do? My name is Alan. When I graduated chiropractic college some 35 years ago, I decided that I wanted to become as illuminative with personal injury in the shortest period of time ethically as I possibly could. So within a 6-year period of time, I had developed 17 personal injury practices that within a 4-year period of time were all individually netting over $1 million a year. I would get phone calls from my buddies across the country, from Texas, from Florida, from California, from Washington State, who would say to me, Alan, what are you doing that is making you so successful with personal injury in such a short period of time, ethically? I would spend an hour or 2 hours on the phone with them, and I would impart upon them the marketing successes that I had been utilizing, and lo and behold, a year later they would call me up and say, Alan, I too now am illuminative, illustrious with personal injury. That's how my consulting and marketing started back in 1983. From 1983 through 1998, I maintained no more than 350 clients because it was difficult to jump rope and chew gum at the same time to maintain 17 personal injury practices and still maintain a marketing and consulting practice. But in 1998, I decided I wanted to go into marketing and consulting with chiropractors. And that's what I've been doing ever since. Currently, I maintain about 1,100 to maybe 1,150 at most chiropractic and medical clients, some of whom are the largest practices in the United States, many of whom are your board members. Do you like personal injury? I'm going to put you in a place within a 10 to 12 mile square radius of your office in which you may never have to shake the hand of an attorney again. You're going to be privy to an onslaught, litany, copious viscid, boatload, if not shipload, of personal injury, automobile accident victims that are going to be referred to you not from attorneys, but from a secular group of white-collar professional workers whose practices you've been passing by for some umpteen years. This has nothing to do with traditional forms of marketing that you've been used to. Nothing to do with radio, television, newspaper, direct mail, Valpak, billboard, telemarketing, collision places, towing places. Automobile accident victims referred to you by the emergency room resident physician, calling up the police department of your local community, acquiring police reports, calling up the automobile accident victims, which is usurpious, unethical, violative, surreptitious, and we stay away from anything that's unethical the way we would stay away from the H1N1 virus. For every 100, no, I didn't say 99, I said for every 100 PI patients that are going to be referred to you from non-attorneys, about 70% you'll be providing services for chiropractically. 30% approximately of every 100 you'll be referring out to the orthopedist, neurologist, physiatrist, PCP internist, neuropsych, TMJ specialist accordingly, because they're going to be a condition that you might not provide services for: a fracture, a dislocation, laceration, abrasion, contusion, an eye injury, an injury to the glenohumeral labrum of the shoulder, a fractured rib with and without a pneumothorax. Hard tissue cases are sent out unless there is a concurrent soft tissue component. Now, about 30 to 40% of all of these automobile accident victims are going to be suing for pain and suffering, not having an attorney, giving you the opportunity to refer that patient of yours to the attorney of your choice. When you refer perhaps a hard tissue case to an attorney, maybe, I don't know, an L5-S1 central surgical HNP, perhaps with nerve root compromise, the case may be worth $65,000, $60,000. The attorney is privy to 1/3 of that. Obviously, you're going to expect him and or her to refer back to you and reciprocate in kind. But my clients say to me, Alan, that's all well and good. I'm processing and acquiring more PI patients than my office could possibly handle on a weekly basis, and then some, irrespective of how many square feet you tell me your practice is. But Alan, I still want to be able to go into an attorney's office in my town and my city with nothing more than a pleasant smile, a two-handed handshake at most, and in my gumption and audacity expect that attorney to refer me one of his clients on a monthly basis with and or without me having to refer to him and or her. Can you show me how to do that, Alan? because that would be nothing short of rocket science, marketing genius, and brilliance, as some of my multi-million-dollar practices as clients indicate it is. That's what we're going to be doing in session number 1. You and I, not my coaches, but you and I are going to be spending approximately 10 to 12 hours on the phone together on a weekly basis in 2-hour intervals. We don't move forward into session number 2 until the information I've imparted upon you in the prior session could roll off your tongue as effectively as water rolls off the back of a duck's rear end. We're going to be spending about 12 hours on the phone. The information is not going to be arduous, it won't be tedious, it won't be laborious, it will be voluminous. And I'm going to take your practice from where it is at point A right now. We're going to get to point F, and we're going to skip the B, C, D, and E process. Are you tired of meandering and sashaying through your practice, seeing 100 office visits on a weekly basis? Then you don't want to miss this call with me. I am just selective about you as you might be about me. I only take on anywhere from 20 to 40% of the clients who want to entertain my services. I'm looking for a doctor who is assertive, not aggressive, a doctor who's not shy and abashed and contrite. I'm looking for a doctor who wants to get to the level of his practice and live the lifestyle commensurate with that of a physician whose time you've put in ever so many years and who wants and deserves to be at the financial success level that they should be at. Have I piqued your interest? Is there anything that I've said so far that you might want to hear more about? Kindly respond to the website, in fact, and request a contact. I promise you we'll spend 20 minutes together and you won't be disappointed. It's been my pleasure to have the opportunity of talking with you. And once again, thank you for your interest.